Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Transformers haul vid. I've yet again been to the boot fairs and have found a few odds and ends. I'll get straight into it. I found, I suppose, the smallest part first. I think it's one of the titanium figures, and it looks like Smokescreen. Not quite sure what he's doing in that pose, but not a bad little figure. And part of it is die cast, which is quite nice. It's quite a little bit of a weighty little figure and quite nicely detailed. I suppose you could say he's probably firing his gun. I'd lift his arms up a bit better. But yeah, not a bad little figure. And again, you can just sort of go out. It's just a little ornament really. Next size figures I found, got two, which are, one is Hunt for the Decepticons. I've done a little bit of research to find out which ones they are, and it is a recolour of another figure I've got. Actually, I've got him twice in two different colour schemes as well, but this is a Decepticon version, and this is Cranked Star, I believe. Yeah, he's a scout class. Nice little figure. I do quite like this mould, little beach buggy sort of military mould, and in black and yellow, and a Decepticon of course this time, so quite a nice little find. I also picked up, I'm trying to find his name, Rollbar from Return of the Fallen, or Revenge of the Fallen. Not a bad little figure. The vehicle modes are pretty bit basic, little van, but quite an ingenious little transformation. And he's not too bad, bringing in focus on his face, but yeah, not a bad little figure all in all, and complete as well, both of those, so I didn't have to find parts of them and put them back together, which has been a pleasant change this week. Next one up, it's an unusual one. I haven't actually researched which one he is, but it's more of a basic little Optimus Prime. Quite a simple transformation, but just a fun little one. I picked most of these up like sort of like 50p each sort of thing. Some of the small ones like the I think what I call it now, the titanium one, that was 20p. The Smokescreen, the scout class ones, I think they were, don't know if they were 50p each as well. Not sure now, can't quite remember. Going up in size, I found complete and again undamaged. This is, I suppose, a deluxe size, and this is, I had the name a second ago. It's not Brawn, it's Outback, I believe. It's a recolour of the Brawn mould, and he did have both of his handguns with him, which is really nice, and he's in pretty tidy condition. Can't find anything wrong with him. Again, quite an unusual transformation, but yeah, quite like that little figure. And again, he's 50p as well. I did find another Transformer on the same stall as him, but I'll get to that one in a minute. Again, same size, but this is actually a figure I've already got, so it's either going to be a custom job for this one, or I might pass it on to somebody, and that is I think this is a Reveal the Shield, isn't it? Like the classics Jazz. Doesn't have his weapon as such, but other than that, the figure itself is complete and undamaged, so nice little find, again 50p. Now going up slightly in scale, the next one would be a Voyager class. He's not quite complete, he's got a little bit missing, but it doesn't affect him in robot mode too much, and that is Payload Decepticon. And he turns into like a dump truck, a little bit like one of the members of Devastator from the movie. He's still got his blade weapons. Quite an ingenious little transformation on him as well. but he is just missing the front section of what would be like the tipper part of the truck mode, just hinges on there. I might come across another one which is damaged and I'll be able to sort him out, but quite nice again, 50p, so good little find. Now the next one is slightly larger, he's an ultra class figure, and he is, as far as I can tell, complete even with his weapon. The only thing I suppose what you say is missing is his missile, but I'm not overly worried about that. It doesn't really add much to it in either mode. And this one I had to look up because I knew one colour version of him, but I didn't know this one. And this is Decepticon Ultra Class Stormcloud from the Transformers Classics line, and he's modelled along, I'm trying to think, Power Glide I think they did in this mould, and not a bad bot, quite interesting, and he's still got working electrics. So he does his machine gun sound, he does a couple of other jet sounds, the same as the Silver Bolt I picked up, and he does do the transformation sound when you actually change him, but again, not a bad little bot. And again, 50p, and he was the one who was with Outback. And the last bit I picked up was the Ark from the movie, and it's still got working electrics. I think it's missing a few accessories. Obviously the Cyberverse figure what come with it isn't there. I think there was a few other odds and ends what actually fit on, but I might come across them, because obviously this is going to be a pretty common thing to come across at boot fairs. They're going to start to turn up. Missing its missiles as well, like I say, some internal odd little parts, but the bulk of it is still there and still complete, so I'm pretty chuffed with that. And that was £1.50. So again, a nice little find, and does at least give me a little sort of display part for any Cyberverse figures when I finally get round to having somewhere to display them. And other than that, I saw a few wrecked bits. I saw one which I would like to pick up, and it's the movie one, Incinerator, which is the vertical takeoff, almost cross between plane and a helicopter. He was in terrible shape, missing the propeller parts, I think missing his legs, the head part, like the front cab part of the aircraft as well. So that was a bit of a shame. There was a couple of others. There was a animated Dinobot which was only missing one of his sort of flaps, which is the shoulder, and the little dinosaur arm is part of that. But again, if it's not complete, is it really worth picking one of them up, because it's not quite the line I go for. And there was a few others. There was half of a clocker, trying to think now, but it was mainly bits. It wasn't worth picking up the odd limb or the odd half of a body. If they'd been bits I could interchange with another bot on a recolor maybe, but not really for what they were. And the woman who was selling them for a kid was sort of saying, oh no, you'd want £3 for it. And I said, well, it's only a collection of odds and ends, parts. Oh no, you'd want the money. And I thought, well, he's not going to get it off me, because if I can get complete sort of deluxe size figures for 50p, I'm not paying out £3 for parts. So they ended up going back. Saw a few damaged leader class Optimuses in different guises, but again missing too many bits to be worth picking up. And yeah, that was about it really. One thing I did pick up, but not for myself. It's actually for, well, I suppose he'll be my brother-in-law eventually when we get round to getting married. But I got him some Warhammer stuff, which I actually got for about, what was that? I paid £12, but working it out, what it costs brand new is about 120 quid's worth of stuff, so he's going to be well chuffed when he gets that. But yeah, other than that, it was a really, really hot day. Went to 4 boot fairs, and like I say, you've seen what I've picked up. But yeah, no G1, a little bit of a shame. I'd love to pick up some other odds and ends. But you never know, you know, another day you might find something completely different. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little haul vid, and I shall see you again. Hopefully I will try and do a review. I've been a bit tight for time over the last few weeks and I haven't actually got any reviews out. I've only had time to do the haul vids, so hopefully I'll have something I can do a little review on for you. And I've got a couple of things in mind which will be going back to G1. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at what I've picked up, and I shall see you again for the next video. Thanks for watching.